Imagine this: you've probably heard all sorts of advice about what makes intimacy truly amazing for her, but what if the most talked about moves are actually missing the mark entirely? Today, we're diving into the real favorites that women around the world often rave about, backed by solid insights from health experts and surveys. And trust me, by understanding the why behind them, you can make every moment feel more connected and enjoyable for both of you. Let's start with the foundation that changes everything. For a lot of women, real pleasure comes down to two essential things: ensuring good, steady circulation to those sensitive areas and combining that with gentle, ongoing touch on the outside while things are happening inside. It's not just about one or the other, it's the combo that really amps things up. Studies from large-scale research, like those reviewing thousands of women's experiences, reveal that only a smaller group can reach that peak from internal action by itself. The majority find it way more reliable and intense when there's that extra external stimulation happening at the same time. So, the positions that shine are the ones that make it simple to keep that front area contact going without awkward reaches or interruptions. This approach keeps things comfortable and flowing naturally, reducing any discomfort and building towards something truly satisfying. Have you ever noticed how a little adjustment can turn okay into incredible? It's all about tuning in to what her body responds to. Now, let's explore the top 5 setups that come up time and again in global surveys and clinical discussions as real crowd pleasers. We'll go through them one by one, sharing tips on angles, movements, and touches that make them work even better. Starting with number 5, the cozy side-by-side embrace, sometimes known as spooning. This one's like wrapping up in a warm blanket together, effortless and intimate without needing a lot of energy. You're both lying on your sides, facing the same way, which opens up easy access for neck kisses or whispers that build that emotional bond. Plus, it naturally positions one hand to provide that gentle external touch up front, all while keeping joints relaxed and avoiding any strain on hips or knees. Physiologically, the aligned bodies create a smooth, sliding motion rather than anything jarring, which helps maintain consistent pressure and blood flow where it counts. Think about it like a gentle wave rather than a crash. It's soothing and builds gradually. In practice, many couples love how this setup allows for subtle shifts without breaking the rhythm. To make it even better, try slipping a soft pillow between the knees to align everything perfectly. Focus on small, steady rocks instead of long pulls, keeping the base pressed forward for ongoing contact. This way, sensation stays steady, and it's less about speed and more about that continuous connection. Real-life example: picture a busy couple at the end of a long day. They slide into this position, and suddenly, the exhaustion melts away because it's so low-key yet effective. Surveys show women appreciating this for its comfort, especially when deeper flexing isn't ideal. And if you're dealing with back issues, this is a game changer since it distributes weight evenly. Have you tried something like this and felt that difference? It's amazing how such a simple setup can feel so profound. Let's build on that as we move to number 4, the seated face-to-face on the edge of something sturdy, like a bed or chair. Here, one person sits stably while the other faces them, straddling close. It's all about that upright posture that invites eye contact and chest-to-chest warmth, fostering a sense of trust and relaxation. Both of you have hands free to explore, and the one on top can easily guide the depth and angle, making it feel personalized. The beauty is in the closeness. It allows for that essential external touch without any fuss, and the motion tends toward rocking rather than pulling away, which keeps the front pressure reliable. This steady contact is key because it mirrors what many women describe as the path to deeper enjoyment, avoiding those moments where sensation fades. Clinically speaking, rolling your hips in small circles or pressing gently forward works wonders here, maintaining blood flow and intensity without overdoing it. If legs tire, lean in more or adjust the height with cushions for support. It's adaptable, which is why it ranks high in couple feedback. Think of it like dancing while seated, intimate and controlled. For instance, imagine surprising your partner with this during a quiet evening. The control aspect empowers her to find what feels best, leading to those shared smiles of discovery. Studies highlight how this empowers women to optimize their own pleasure, boosting overall satisfaction. What do you think about giving this a go? It might just become a new favorite. Now, flowing into number 3, the classic lying face to face with one on top. Don't let anyone call this ordinary. When tuned right, it's a powerhouse of connection. You're close enough for kisses, shared breaths, and reading each other's expressions, which helps the body unwind and heighten every feeling. That relaxation is crucial. A calm nervous system amplifies sensations. By placing a small pillow under the lower back, you tilt things just enough to align internal paths with front contact, allowing the upper partner to stay pressed forward. This prevents constant retreating motions that can disrupt the flow, instead creating a seamless blend of inside and outside stimulation. Short, deliberate movements with a subtle forward nudge at the end keep everything continuous. It's like a heartbeat rhythm that builds naturally. If you need more without pushing harder, that pillow adjustment does the trick, focusing on precision over power. In everyday scenarios, couples often return to this because it's so intuitive for communication. Large reviews note how it facilitates that combined stimulation, leading to more frequent peaks. It's empathetic too, allowing pauses to check in without awkwardness. Have you noticed this in your own life, how eye contact can make everything more intense? It's those little human elements that elevate it. Speaking of elevation, let's hit the midway point here. If you're enjoying these insights and want more ways to boost your health, vitality, and those meaningful connections, hit that subscribe button. Whether you're a guy looking to understand better or a woman sharing tips with your partner, joining the Healthy Body community means you're part of a group committed to feeling great inside and out. We'd love to have you. Moving smoothly to number 2, her leading from above, face to face. This is all about empowerment. She calls the shots on angle, pace, and everything in between, adjusting on the fly to hit the sweet spots. That flexibility is huge because women often fine-tune their position during the act to maximize internal contact while keeping the front engaged. Leaning slightly forward ensures the base stays connected up front, and hands are free for extra touch. It's less about bouncing and more about circling or rocking, which sustains that vital pressure without fatigue. If knees start aching, shift to a partial squat or one knee down, small tweaks that keep the good vibes going. Polls from diverse groups show this as a top pick precisely for that control, with many describing it as the easiest way to blend sensations. Picture a scenario where she's exploring what works best, and you both discover new layers of pleasure together. It's collaborative and exciting. Clinical advice emphasizes those micro movements, turning potential routine into something tailored and thrilling. Where are you chatting from? Drop it in the comments section. I'd love to hear about your corner of the world and if this resonates with you. Now, onto the number 1 spot, entry from behind, on hands and knees or with support, but with smart tweaks. This one gets varied feedback, but when customized, it's often the standout. The issue? Without care, it can feel overwhelming in depth or pace, lacking that personal touch. But narrow the knees a bit, tilt hips forward, and suddenly the internal angle softens to something more inviting. Adding a hand or subtle aid up front brings back that essential external element, transforming it from okay to outstanding. Opt for gliding rolls over sharp thrusts to keep things smooth and building. A pillow under the hips fine-tunes everything, ensuring comfort and alignment. Broader surveys rank this highly among adjusted versions, with couples praising the intensity when paired with front contact. For example, think of it as a deeper exploration where those modifications make it feel secure and exhilarating. It's about intention. Slowing down allows sensation to layer up naturally. Clinically, the glide approach minimizes discomfort, focusing on what enhances pleasure for her. Many find this leads to those fuller, lingering experiences described in research. What surprises you most about this one? Share in the comments. It's always eye-opening to hear different perspectives. Now, shifting gears gently, let's discuss a couple of setups that often don't live up to the hype, and why, so you can avoid pitfalls and adapt wisely. First up, the standing encounter in a steamy environment, like under running water. It seems adventurous on screen, but reality hits hard, slippery surfaces mess with balance, moisture washes away natural ease, and angles rarely align for comfort or steady front touch. If the vibe appeals, step aside from the flow, use a secure spot for leaning, or go seated to regain control and enjoyment. This keeps the excitement without the hassle. In practice, many women note it pulls focus from pleasure to just staying upright. Better to pivot to something stable that maintains that combined stimulation. Second, the ultra-flexible pose where legs are drawn way up, like knees near shoulders. It demands a lot of bend, which can strain hips or back, and the direct angle inside might overwhelm without buildup. To soften it, add support under the lower back to ease the stretch, shorten motions, and include front touch. This preserves openness while prioritizing comfort. Surveys show this as a frequent skip because of the exposure or pain potential, but tweaks make it viable for some. It's a reminder that flexibility isn't always the goal, comfort is. Reflecting on all this, it's clear that while no single area dominates, prioritizing steady front contact revolutionizes the experience. High-quality research consistently shows higher satisfaction when internal and external happen together, making peaks more accessible and profound. So, a handy guide: always aim for positions that simplify that front reliability, then tweak depth and rhythm accordingly. Reverse that, and things can fizzle out. Here are some everyday ways to sustain that magic across any setup. Begin by syncing breaths for half a minute. It calms everything down, letting sensations shine through. Relaxed muscles pick up more nuance. Keep motions compact with longer exhales. Big swings often interrupt the flow, while subtle presses maintain that front pressure. It's like nurturing a flame rather than blowing it out repeatedly. Data even labels these as angling and rocking techniques, with most women using them to enhance feelings. Props like pillows aren't backups, they're essentials for precise alignment, shifting internal focus without extra effort. Always incorporate a steady hand up front, yours, hers, or otherwise, as studies from places like Indiana University confirm it dramatically ups the odds of success. Pace matters too. Start slow with base contact, building once responses are clear. Rushing depth skips the foundation. Ultimately, favorites aren't rigid, they're starting points for customization based on signals. It's those tiny hip tilts or hand steadies that create magic. For a quick plan tonight, crave closeness? Go face to face with short presses and front touch. Want her in charge? Switch to top position with circles. Deeper vibes? Ease into rear with pillow and hand adjustments. Wind down with side by side for that connected ease. The core? Reliable front comfort, tunable angles, and sustaining motions. That's what science and stories affirm for unforgettable times. I'm Dr. Alex, here on The Healthy Body, where we focus on practical health tips to enhance your life. If this sparked something for you, subscribe now. Whether you're aiming for better vitality, stronger connections, or just feeling your best, our community welcomes everyone on that journey. Like, comment, and share to spread the wellness. For more guides on tuning intimacy with science-backed methods, check the links below. Remember, it's about alignment with real bodies, not perfection, and you'll notice the shift in every shared moment.